Good evening. What is going on? How's everybody doing tonight? Hope everybody had a good day. I had a really good day. Welcome, Heather. Good evening. How are you? I had a good day. I had a busy day, man. I had like one of those draining days at work. Um, Working with somebody today, and I love it. Don't get me wrong. It was a lot today. It was just one of those mental days where when I got home from work, man, I came home and crashed. You had a horrible day, Diane. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Share about it. Pain shared is pain lesson. That's what we're here for. Let's hear about your horrible day today in chat. There are many already on here that'd be more than happy to share some experience, strength, and hope with you. So when I got home, I met a friend of mine in recovery here at the house. Um, Soon to be fellow podcaster, starting a live stream himself, and kind of a pay it forward situation. And yeah, after that, I took a nap, and here I am. Listened to an Al Anon meeting for about the last hour, and set this stream up last second, and here we are. So tonight's topic, Narcotics Anonymous, is just for today, is self-titled Just Maybe. And you can see in the chat, or not in the chat, but in the little scroll here below us, talking about a new mindset. Um, Maybe. New results. Maybe. Let me get to the reading. You guys might understand a little bit more about what I'm talking about. That's just maybe. Says there is one thing more than anything else that will defeat us in our recovery. This is an attitude of indifference or intolerance towards the spiritual principles. And I don't care what 12-step fellowship you work, they all have spiritual principles, and they're probably all pretty much the same. Says basic text on page 18 if you're following along with NA's JFT. Says when we first came to NA or whatever 12-step fellowship you guys are working, says many of us had great difficulty accepting the spiritual principles underlying the program, and for good reason. No matter how we tried to control our addiction, we found ourselves powerless. Who struggles with control? I do. This guy definitely struggles with control. Says no matter how hard we tried to control our addiction, we found ourselves powerless, completely powerless. We grew angry, yes, and frustrated, definitely, with anyone who suggested there was hope for us. You guys remember your first AA, NACA meeting that you ever participated in, and people suggesting things to you and telling you how to run your life, and you're probably better doing this, Joe, you're probably better doing that. And the mindset I personally have when people were telling me what to do and how to think and to shut up and to listen, I just told them, I just wanted to tell them to go to hell, to fuck off, to be honest with you. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I wasn't open-minded. I wasn't willing. I didn't want to hear their bullshit suggestions. That was just me when I first came into the program many, many, many years ago. As we grew angry, we grew frustrated with anyone who suggested there was hope for us. Quite honestly, I was hopeless. I was homeless, and I was hopeless. I didn't think there was any hope for me at all. And I had no reason or any belief of why was I here? Like I was in the meeting, but I didn't know why I was in the meeting. That's because we knew better. Deep down, we knew better. Spiritual ideas may have had some bearing on other people's lives, but not ours. Yet. Keyword, yet. They hadn't yet. Despite our indifference or intolerance towards spiritual principles, we were drawn to NA, AA, CR, whatever you work. Says there we met other people, other addicts, other alcoholics, like-minded people that understood us. Says they've been where we've been. It's that lived experience you guys hear me share about time and time and time again, and how powerful the lived experience of each and every one of us listening tonight is. Recovering out loud, how important it is to share your experience, strength, and hope, and to share your story, because you just never know who's struggling out there tonight, who needs to hear the experience, strength, and hope, who's going through some bullshit. We've already had somebody on here that's having a shitty day. We just don't know what people are going through. Says, we've been drawn to the powerlessness and hopelessness, yet we found a way not to only stop using, but to live and enjoy life clean. Wow. Whoever thought that we could live our life happy, joyous, and free without using drugs? I know early on I didn't. I didn't think there was any way to be happy without being high. It says they spoke of these spiritual principles, the mythical unicorns that had pointed the way for them in a new life of recovery, clean. For them, these principles were not just theories, but a part of their practical experience, their everyday routine. Yes, we had good reason to be skeptical, and I certainly was. But these principles spoken by other members of the 12-step fellowship you participate in really seemed to work. Like, I wanted what I saw when I walked into an NA meeting. I wanted what they had. They were happy. They were smiling. They were laughing. They were in a good mood. And I'm like, how in the hell are these people having such a great time laughing and cutting up, joking around with one another, and not a single one of them in here are high? Well, I can't honestly say that because someone in the room may have been high, but you know where I'm going with it. But it seemed to work. Like, once we admitted this, sorry, I lost my mouse. Damn mouse is pesky. Says, once we admitted this, we didn't necessarily accept every single spiritual idea we heard. We didn't agree with them. We didn't understand them, and that's okay. Says, but we did start to think that if these principles had worked for other people, what we were viewing was real, like, holy shit, mind-blowing, just maybe they work for us. That's why I've got the just maybe on here, the new mindsets, the possibilities, like becoming open-minded and willing to possibly try something new. It seems like I tried everything else. Why the hell not try this? This, for a beginning, that willingness was enough. That's all we need, guys. The desire to stop using and the willingness to try, to apply ourselves, to put in the work and to try. What works for you may not work for me, and vice versa, and that's perfectly okay. Your 12-step program is going to look completely different than my 12-step program, but what matters is that it works for you. What works for you is perfectly fine. Don't ever forget that. Don't try to mirror your recovery and the way you work your steps and how you handle your recovery off of someone else's. Your recovery is your own personal recovery. Just for today, just maybe the spiritual principles I hear spoken in NA, AA, CRCA, I'm going to go down the list again, may work for me. I am willing at least to open my mind to the possibilities. I can honestly say that once I became open-minded and willing, and I found the ability to slow myself down and try to the best of my ability to relinquish control, because that's like a gigantic character defect of mine, because I'm a perfectionist. I like to control shit. I'm an addict. I want what I want when I want it. When I practice the principles, these mythical principles that they speak about in these 12-step fellowships, I got to honestly say, I'm living proof. We do recover. We do get better. My mindset has completely changed from a negative one to a positive one. Cognitive behavioral therapy. I know a few of you for a fact out there know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you don't, look up CBT on Google. It's an amazing thought process change. Using that past experience, allowing me to quit pumping quarters in that ass kicking machine, because I'm my own worst enemy. lost to my own devices and my thought process and my stinking thinking. I agree, Tanya, completely. You are exactly who I was speaking about because I've heard you share and talk about it many times. Um, it's changed my life. It has literally, it's a game changer, like Tanya has got in chat right now. It has changed my life. I use that past experience, the trauma, the pain, the misery, the agony that I have dealt with by choice throughout my addiction process, and I share. I share open and honestly with you guys. If I'm having a shitty day, I share about it. If I'm having a great day, I share about it. I'm blessed today that I get to share my experience, strength, and hope to others each and every day, not only live, not only in my personal recovery, not only at work. It's just an amazing thing. It's just truly blessed to share, and to help people through their struggles. You guys have heard me share and say this time and time again: pain shared is pain lessened. I said it at the beginning of the stream, and I'll say it again because it's so true. We have to get those core issues out, the things that are really bothering us. We got to get out of our funk when we're in a depressed mood, when we feel ourselves isolating again, when we feel ourselves saying, I can't and I won't, and I'm not going to be able to make it. We're being Nancy negative and we're beating ourselves up. It's one day at a time. I see Erica in chat saying, I work my recovery one day at a time with my higher power of my understanding. I choose to call God. Amen, sister. And persevering, I'm living proof that I have changed everything about my past self into a much better lifestyle and version of life, of you. Well said, Eric. I think I called you Erica, and if I did, I'm really, really sorry. Apparently, at 45 years old, your eyesight starts to go. I'm experiencing that right now. But well said, brother. It really is. That's really, really well said. We're all trying to be better versions of ourselves each and every single day. It's progress. It's not perfection. Are we going to fuck up? Are we going to make mistakes? Of course we are. None of us are perfect. Only the big guy upstairs is that. And that's okay. At least we're applying ourselves. We're getting out of the driver's seat. We're relinquishing control. We're running on his will and not our own. We just have to remember and never forget where we came from and to apply ourselves and put in the work. I like how you simplify it one day at a time. Yeah, absolutely. Each and every one of us. That's the easiest way. Don't overwhelm yourself. I don't know about you guys, but if I don't keep things simple, keep it simple. I heard somebody, I used to always say, keep it simple, stupid. And someone the other day in a meeting corrected me and said, don't call yourself stupid. And they're absolutely right. He uses keep it simple spiritually, which I absolutely like. 1 second at a time. Sometimes, yes, absolutely, Diane. But keep it simple spiritually. And I really like that. I was like, damn it, why didn't I think of that? That really makes a lot of sense. But if I don't, and I try to relinquish control and run on self-will, I break back out in handcuffs. Joe has another felony on his record and I start doing reckless, stupid shit. I have to remind myself that, it's not a one and done process for me. I don't go to rehab and 30, 60, 90 days later, I get out and poof, Joe's healed. He's no longer an addict, I was once an addict, but now I'm not. How many guys have you heard that commercial? Guy's so full of shit. But anyway, yeah. It's something that we have to do daily. We have to relinquish control daily. We have to surrender daily. We have to turn it over to our higher power and turn our will and our life over daily. That's why it's so important to have a daily routine, guys, and to practice the principles to the best of our ability every single day. Every single day. I love each and every one of you guys. Everyone that's in here for the first time, thank you. Please share the stream out. Please keep coming back. Thank you for participating in your recovery, not only your recovery, but mine tonight. It's wonderful to see so many people in here tonight. I haven't been live, I think, since Friday when Addie and I went live. I'm on a new computer, a new setup again. Apparently, I have other addiction issues that I'm struggling with right now, which is compulsive computer buying. But that's slowing down, at least for the time being. But I love you guys. I am going to get off here. I'm going to go grab some dinner. I'm going to finish watching Picard season 2 for all you Trekkie nerds out there that like sci-fi. Because apparently during my active addiction, I missed season 2 completely and didn't even know it was there until the other day. So Addie and I are watching it now. Tanya has a question. I'm going to patiently wait for the question. She's probably completely talking to someone else in chat, and that's okay. But I'm patiently waiting because I'm really curious. Do you know how to get Zoom on a MacBook? I personally do not, because I wouldn't own a MacBook or an Apple product because I think they're junk. And I said it live on Facebook and YouTube. I think Apple and MacBooks suck. That's me, and that's my opinion. And if you don't like it, call your sponsor. I love you guys. Thanks for participating. We will talk to you guys later. Stay vigilant. Stay positive. We will talk to you. Love you guys. If I can find the button, because I'm blind. There's the outro. See you.